guys remember this bullshit?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Eek. Today I'm going to tell Danny and you guys about the clown craze of 2016 because it's insane and it's batshit crazy and he doesn't know what I'm about to say. So let's get into it. So it started in 2016 in August and some of the first sightings were actually in Green Bay. Go Green Bay Packers, I guess. And boom! It was a clown that was trying to lure kids into the woods with money and candy. Allegedly, which nothing bad has ever come from a clown luring kids somewhere before.
No.
These pictures of this alleged clown doing goofy, funky bull with kids would start to spread around the internet, and everyone was like, hey, what's this dude's problem? And then eventually a Facebook page.
He has so much money in all of his kids and wants to give him a bunch of money.
And candy. He owns a candy factory. That's how he got all his money.
He's not that bad of a guy.
But a horror film...
Just don't check under his house.
Eventually a Facebook page popped up that this was going to be a short horror film for Gags the Clown. His name was Gags. And this is what he looks like.
Is this fake?
Kinda, sorta. But he might have actually been legitimately luring kids. That I'm not sure.
That makes me want to gag. Am I right?
Even though this was all just kind of like a hoax and everything just to set up for this short film coming out, it doesn't mean that everyone didn't hear about it and want to join in on the fucking fun. Because after that, shit just went insane.
I remember it was super viral on Facebook. Like, my grandma even knew about it, which was crazy. Then it was on the news.
I remember everybody in my high school, like, talking about, like, the clowns. And there was, like, rumors that everyone had, like, seen them by, like, the track and field and, like, the football field, and everyone was going nuts.
People were capping about the...
Bro, everyone.
They were lying!
Everyone was like, yo, I saw a clown on my way here. And I'm like, yo, what?
And everybody,
I believed it every time.
And everybody thought you were under, like, you were in danger at all times.
Oh my god, yeah. I believed it every time. I was like, what? You saw a clown where?
I blame late-stage capitalism. We all live in such an individual mindset.
That's true.
We all think we're the most important thing in the world. Everything about us is the most important thing in the world. We don't look out for others. There's no sense of community.
That's true.
There's no sense of truth in this damn country.
Absolutely. Before we get into the actual effects of the panic, I do want to just briefly mention that this isn't like the first time that clowns were spotted doing weird shit. Like, there's literally sightings all throughout like the past like however many decades of people being like, yo, I saw this clown. One of the biggest ones...
I saw Ronald McDonald porking a cheeburger.
Oh, we'll talk about him later.
Really?
A little bit.
Was he porking a cheeseburger at a kid's birthday party and it was fucked up?
No. Okay. One of the biggest times of was in 1991 in Chicago, where a bunch of kids had just reported seeing a clown that looked like Homie the Clown, who I guess was a clown off of some like television show from like the hour, I don't know, that time.
Homie the Clown and Friends.
Yeah, of course. And kids would go home and tell their parents, oh my god, Homie the Clown in the van tried to lure me into his van. And
nah, homie, you the clown. That's what their dad said. Their dad said, homie, you the clown. Said, damn, homie, you the clown. Homie the clown, homie, you the clown. That's what Dad said.
But so kids would go home, tell their parents, "Oh, Homie the Clown tried to lure me into his van," and then parents would fucking freak out, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Of what the fuck, and then stories just kind of got spread all over the place of like this clown was running around, and the stories would change of like, oh well, he's kidnapping kids, to he's killing kids, to he's fucking running kids over. It would always change because, as far as I could tell, there was never actually a Homie the Clown running around.
Do you remember that song? I am ice cream man, running over fat kids in my van. Remember that parody song? That got sang at me in middle school. It was fucked up. It was so fucked up.
And also in Chicago, in like 2008, something similar happened. I'll give it to Chicago because that's where John Wayne Gacy was found. Oh! So like, yeah, they were pretty afraid of clowns. You know what? I'll let them pass. And everywhere else, you got no excuse. But Chicago, yeah, okay, I get it. After Gags was sighted, they were just... Everyone was talking about how these clowns were everywhere. Everyone was lying. Everyone was saying they seen clowns when they didn't see clowns. it wasn't even just in the U.S. because in Glasgow, Scotland, the clown costume sales were the highest they had been ever, I think, in fucking decades at the very least. And in Fiji and London, they started issuing warnings of like, hey, you need to look out, there might be clowns running around.
So this was worldwide?
Yeah, so this was literally a worldwide phenomenon.
In Fiji? I thought they just had one big water fountain.
Yeah, which is, it's insane. It's
I didn't
crazy.
know that this was a worldwide.
Yeah, because it's still the internet was obviously not young at that point, but it definitely, you couldn't get it spread nearly as fast as you can now with TikTok or something. So it is crazy that this reached all around.
It was reaching. It was major news outlets.
Yeah, absolutely.
That felt like it was the main thing that people were seeing it on. It was the news and Facebook.
Yeah,
and, Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started.
Snapchat was going crazy with
Snapchat
clowns.
was busting back then.
Oh my god,
the dog filter.
Yeah.
The streaks don't hit me up.
At this point, the clown sightings had just gone through the roof. So by the end of it, there had been 12 people at least arrested for dressing up as clowns and shit like that. And there was one 16-year-old who was actually killed and stabbed because he dressed up as a clown and went running at some dude, and the dude stabbed him.
Yo, he was probably asking for it. Tell me that was in London.
Even after that, the clowns didn't stop. And it got so bad that at a certain point, the World Clown Association had to take a stand and be like, these aren't our clowns. I watched the broadcast from 2016 of them being like, we have nothing to do with them. Our numbers have dropped from 325 to 228 because of this clown craze. They had to take a stand because they couldn't stand it anymore. People were attacking regular clowns that were just trying to do their jobs.
You know it's serious when the WCA gets involved.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. And McDonald's sent Ronald into fucking hiding. They were like, we literally cannot have this clown on any kind of merchandising or anything right now because people will freak out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they literally just took him out of
Is that why Grimace made such a hot comeback?
Maybe.
Or the Burger Bandit?
Maybe. They needed something to take over.
Or the Moon Chin guy?
I hate that guy.
No,
he freaks me the hell out.
He's sick.
And going into Halloween, people started, there was a threat, I guess, on social media. The clowns were saying they were going to start a purge.
Yes.
And so people started taking to the streets in mobs with torches and pitchforks and shit like that. And it was just fucking insane. There are videos of colleges and shit of people with fucking, they don't have pitchforks and torches, but they're in mobs being yeah, f*** the clowns! I hate them! So it's insane.
The WCA!
Yeah, it really, obviously, by the time Halloween hit of 2016, nothing happened. There was no purge. There was no clowns attacking anybody. There was
total bummer.
No mobs killed any clowns on Halloween. So after that, it kind of just dissipated and faded out. But while it was going on, it was fucking insane.
It was epic.
If you were there, you know how nuts it was. That was all that was on your mind.
Leave us a story in the comments down below.
Because I know you got one if you were there. When I was telling people I was writing this video, everybody was like, yo, I got a story. You should put this in there. Every person I talked to. So I know you have one. Put it in the fucking comments because I want to read it. I love this shit. I want to read it.
And please leave a like and subscribe, guys. It means a lot. We're a small channel trying to grow. We've been putting a lot of effort into our videos and nobody sees them. So if we're lucky enough to have you hang around this long, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. We gotta go. We have stuff to do.
Bye.